everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay and I love all things reading because reading is what? It's fundamental, just like RuPaul. I am sick. I have been sick for about 4 days now, but I wanted to make sure to film a video for this week. I haven't been keeping up with 2 videos a week, but I think this is okay for now. I am going through some life changes, so and I'm sick on top of that. So if I feel or if I sound like I have a bubble in my throat, it is a scratching. So I hope everybody is feeling a lot better than I am. But I have a few things to go over for today. I do have a reading update. I have some super duper magic mail that is definitely on theme for the love of books. And I also am going to take you through a little kind of like screen grab of when I kind of cleared out my GoodReads. So I didn't unhaul any books on my shelves per se, but I did unhaul some of my GoodReads to be read lists. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Before we go ahead and move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I am over 200 subscribers, which I'm super excited about. I would like to hit 250 by the end of the year. So that is my goal. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the thumbs up on this button, or on this video as well, to let me know if you like the kind of content that I'm bringing. And if you have any other ideas for videos, let me know. I am working on a few kind of behind the scenes things. They're just going to take a little bit more time to come at you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I am 150 pages into Book Lovers. This is the newest book by Emily Henry. So I think I'm like more than a third of the way through so far. I am really enjoying it. So it's following Nora and Charles. So Nora and Charles are both in the book industry, and Charles kind of didn't see potential in an author, whereas Nora did, and it actually boosted Nora's employment like tenfold. So she is just living the high life, and her sister is pregnant with her either second or third child, and she just needs to get away. She is strung out. She's just really needing a little getaway before the birth of her next child. So they do decide to go on vacation, and they bump into the illustrious Charles when they're in this little quaint little town that they don't think that they're going to know anybody in. So I'm not going to kind of say any more than that. I want to leave anything on this channel spoiler free. If I ever do spoilers, I'll make sure to like have it bold and starry-eyed and all of that good stuff. But so far I am really liking this one. I'm hoping to finish it either tomorrow, which is Friday the 20th, I think. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish it by tomorrow, but to be completely honest, you guys, I cannot stay awake longer than like 2 hours, and I have to go for a nap. So yeah, I'm hoping, like I said, to finish this one. Fingers crossed. I am feeling better in a little bit. The next one, well, it's not really a book, but it is definitely for book lovers. So I am a journaler. I record everything that I'm reading, my star ratings, all of that good stuff. I have a really great clockwork reading journal that I got off of Amazon from Hannah. I will leave that listed down below if I can find it. I believe you can still get it on Amazon. And then, yeah, I have a happy planner as well. So I do spreads every single week. And my favorite small shop is from Robin over at Oh Hello Robin. So I'm going to leave her link for her Etsy shop down below as well. I did purchase her stickers from her newest collection last week when she announced it on her YouTube channel. I'm going to, again, leave all of that listed down below. But I was so excited that they actually came in the mail today. So I'm super excited. I have 2 packages, and I do see that on my little invoice, she said, hope you enjoyed the little extras, which I think is super exciting. So I wanted to make sure to show them to you guys. Okay, so I came a little bit closer. So the first thing that I'm seeing is just this really cute, oh, hello, Robin, little thank you card. So love that. Have a magical day, of course. And then she also just gave me this little thank you with some stickers. Robin is definitely feeling her Hawaiian fantasy these days, so I am very much feeling that vibe. So thank you for these. And then I also got 3 additional sticker sheets. I'm so excited about these. So this is the first one. So these are all super beautiful florals. I think this one, these 2 here would look really nice, kind of like along the bottom of any kind of planner. And then you've got some really nice little accent flowers. I love these. You know, April showers bring May flowers, so it's pretty exciting. And then I got a really nice functional page as well. I love boxes. I love being able to write in boxes. I like these little kind of like dots, so then I can like print out exactly like what I'm planning to do that day or things that I need to kind of stay on top of. So love these ones. And then this sheet I think is so stinking adorable. So how Robin and I kind of started talking was through a Disney booktuber kind of chat group on Instagram. And she has made a whole bunch of Disney little princesses. I think these are so cute. I am partial to Belle, but as you can see, like they're all holding little like Starbucks drinks. Belle is also holding a book. So like, you know, love those. So thanks, Robin. What a cute little extra. Also, I do want to just show that there is a little sticker on the back of the packages that say you've got Happy Mail. Attention to detail. And Robin Egg Blue, like, theming, 100%. Okay, so I actually haven't seen these ones yet. I had to go get my groceries. So when I came back, I opened everything. I'm seeing everything with you guys for the first time, and these are flipping wonderful. Robin also uses a kind of paper that, like, I don't know if you've noticed with Happy Planner stickers, but if you want to move something, it is extremely hard to get the sticker off without tearing any of the pages. But this is such a high quality paper that you never have to worry about that. So again, I'm gonna leave everything down below. If you like stickers, if you are a planner, these are definitely a really big must-have in your collection. So this is the first sheet. I am in love with all of these chicks reading. How wonderful. This is probably me all of this week. Love that hairdo. I also really love this one too. It's just like, I can read in any position. Do you guys read in like a certain position? I know that's kind of a weird question, but I'm normally like in my chair, like with a footstool or something, and like all cozy. But then if I get bored, I'll just kind of like hang off or read wherever. I found a really good reading tree in my park the other week. It was really fun. So I just take a little pillow and like prop up against this tree. So anyways, yes, loving all of these vibes. So I got one of those. This one I'm in love with all of them, but I really love these ones. So this is kind of like a little bookshelf and a whole bunch of little like book editions for any page. This would be really good to kind of pair with boxes and everything. So really excited about that. There's a few open pages here at the top. There's chairs with books on them. Love that. Of course, I am a functional gal, so I did get all of the functional boxes as well. I really love this color palette. I think it is so nice. It's kind of like blues with beachy themes, kind of, but at the same time, this is the whole vibe that I get from these books. So really love these ones. And then these ones are my words. I love this. So these are the 4 main things, and then I got like extras of each kind of thing. So this is kind of the whole collection, but this one might actually be my favorite because I, again, am a functional kind of gal. So I can write down what I'm reading. I can use these stickers for when I'm doing like maybe a new book or doing some kind of like review for a book or something like that, and then I can also use the stickers at the bottom for all of my 5-star or different star reviews. So absolutely love these. Robin, you completely knocked it out of the park. I'm so excited about these. Okay, so now is the portion of the video we're gonna switch over. I took a screen grab of my GoodReads app on my phone and just kind of went through some of the my TBR list that I had started. Some of the books are super old and some of them I have just literally put on my TBR. These ones are ones that I haven't necessarily said that I wanted to read in 2022, but I did kind of second guess myself on some of the picks that I did have on there for different reasons, which I'll go through. So I'm just gonna take you through the app on my phone. I'm gonna do a voiceover for that and we'll be all good to go. Okay, so when I went through my GoodReads, I started right at the absolute bottom to where I had put some books at the beginning and mid of last year. So I'm just kind of going over anything that isn't on my actual physical shelves, or if I haven't read from that author before, I wanted to look at the synopsis to see if I was still interested in what the book had to offer. So this is the first book that I did end up actually taking off of my shelves for as of right now. Not that I won't come back to it. There is still potential, but Somebody's Daughter isn't something that I am looking at reading as of right now. I am fast forwarding through some of these. However, the next one was right above that one and it was called It Had to Be You. I didn't remember adding this one to my actual list, and this isn't something that I am particularly interested in reading as of right now. I am going through each book description just to make sure that I'm comfortable removing it. But this one I did make the decision to remove after reading the synopsis. Most of the books on here are ones that I had heard from other booktubers at one point in time or another and thought that I may enjoy reading them. So the 100 Years of Lenny is one that I did end up keeping on my TBR. The Magicians here, as you can see, it's kind of a little bit more fantastical than I thought it was. I'm not normally somebody who enjoys a ton of fantasy in their reading, so I did end up removing this one as well, and I think this one is the third book in total so far that I have been able to remove from my TBR. Anything by Ruth Ware is going to stay on my shelves as of right now. This one about Evie Drake, I didn't remember which YouTuber I had watched say something about this one, but it was something that I decided to keep on my TBR as of right now. I do really like small town feels, and this one takes part in New England or Maine. Claire McIntosh is somebody that I haven't read anything from. I Let You Go kind of intrigued me when I was going through the synopsis. Anything about a tragic accident just makes me want to read more about it. But again, it might be something that I am able to find that I already have on my shelves. So I did decide to remove this one as of right now. But I do like that I do have this video now to reference just in case I want to go back to it. I did skip over all of the Alex Cross series just because I do plan on still reading the full series, but this is another one that just seemed like kind of a generic kind of story. Again, I did read the book description, but if I want to revisit, I will. Again, this is just something that isn't in the forefront of what I want to read as of right now, so I did end up removing this one from my TBR. But I do think that it's interesting for you guys to kind of see a little bit of a synopsis. You can always just do a pause and we'll, hopefully maybe you can come across something that you might be interested in reading as well. The Villa I do have on my shelf, same with The Road Trip. The Wild Women book I got from Heather over at the Disney Housewife. A lot of these books I do already have on my shelves, so there's not really any point of me removing them. Meet Cute was something that I did end up keeping on my TBR, I really do like a meet cute. It reminds me of like the 1950s, and I'm all about those kind of old-timey retro vibes, so I did end up keeping this one. This is where I've had a little bit of a harder time trying to remove anything, because these are all books that I either have already on my shelves or I definitely wanted to read. The Diviners I got as a recommendation from Olivia over at Olivia Reads a Latte. This does seem to have a little bit more of a fantastical feel for it, but she was so passionate when she was talking about it that I definitely want to give it a try. It is a larger book, and I think I might actually save this one for closer to October, because it does seem to have some witchy vibes in there, but this is one that I definitely want to keep on my shelf for the spookier season. As you can see, I'm definitely going for more of a horror / spooky vibe as of right now. Stranger in the Lake is something that I actually picked up from a free local little library that's around 30 steps away from where I live, so definitely keeping that on there. This one is actually a YA, I believe. I did end up keeping it on the list just because of some of the other reviews that I had seen on BookTube from multiple people, so I still want to give this one a try. I'm going to try to get this one at the library though. I'm not 100% sure how committed I am to having this on my shelf, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I do still want to give it a chance, and I am excited to get it at the library. But The Writing Desk, this one I had on my shelves for so long and I could never bring myself to read it. This one is more of a historical fiction, and that's just not something that I am interested in as of right now. The Library of the Dead is another YA book. It's book number 1 in a series, so if I do enjoy this one, I will continue the series. I do enjoy reading them. Sometimes I feel like series are a little bit longer than they should be, but this one still sounded like I would enjoy it, so I did end up keeping it on there. This again, I have a lot of these already on my TBR. Forever Young by Haley Mills is a recommendation from Nina over at Wrestling with Books and Wrestling with Disney. I loved the original Parent Trap movie, and Haley Mills played in that one, so definitely wanted to make sure to keep that one. Dear Edward is a book of the month that I had previously gotten. That one I've already sold actually, because I knew that I wasn't gonna end up reading it, so definitely got rid of that one. Unfortunately, may revisit, but I doubt it. And a lot of these books, again, I already have on my TBR. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife is probably one of my most anticipated reads, so definitely didn't want to get rid of any of those ones. The Thursday Murder Club is something that is already on my shelf, but I did remove the other 2 in the series just because I don't know if I'm going to like the writing style or not. So a couple of books, again, just removed. They may be re-added down the road, but something I just didn't need on my shelves as of right now. A Lady at Rooksgrave Manor came from Riley over at Riley Marie's channel. She raved about this book. I definitely wanted to keep it on the TBR just from the actual book description itself. I believe it's romance, but it also has kind of a witchy vibe to it. Again, I'm not a huge fan of fantasy, but this does seem like something that I would probably enjoy. Kingdom of the Wicked is another series that is in the YA kind of genre, and I wasn't sure if I would like it or not, but I did end up liking or remembering what I had already remembered about it, so I did end up keeping that one on my TBR. The Fahrenheit book, though, I also ended up keeping. I wasn't 100% about if I should keep it on there. It is a classic and I can revisit it anytime, but then after reading the synopsis, I did end up wanting to keep it on there. Kamino Island is actually a recommendation that I got from Nina. I completely forgot when I was looking at this one, but as soon as I started reading some of the plot, I knew that this was something that Nina had recommended, so I'm definitely keeping that one on the list. You can see a little bit of a holiday vibe going on with some of the picks. Obviously, I was kind of looking at that in December, so I definitely wanted to keep those ones on for the upcoming holiday season in 2022. But then some of these as well, I was just kind of seeing if I already had on my shelves. Most of them I did. A Curious Beginning, Husband Material, Radio Silence, The Secret History. Those ones I don't have on my actual shelves, but I do know that I still want to read them. So after going through some of the book descriptions, I did end up leaving those on there. The Hazelwood books, if you remember, she is the person who wrote The Love Hypothesis. I believe I gave that one around 4 to 4.5 stars. These are the kind of sequels or prequels to those books based on other characters. However, I have not heard the greatest reviews on them. So even though they are new releases, I have made the decision to kind of remove those ones as of right now, just because I don't know when I'll be able to get around to them, first and foremost. And there's enough kind of so-so recommendations out there on those ones that they're not first and foremost on the brain as of right now. A House Across the Lake by Riley Sager is probably one of my most anticipated books of this year. Again, it's not getting the best reviews, but I am just a Riley Sager stan at this point, so I'm keeping with it. Again, these books are mostly things that I already have on my shelf. A Handmaid's Tale, I don't know how into this I will actually be. I do have another Margaret Atwood book on my shelf right now called The Testaments, so I'll probably start with that one if I do end up getting to it. But The Handmaid's Tale I don't think is something that really suits my fancy as of right now. The same thing happened with this series as well, by Helen Huang. I don't know if this is a series that really grips my attention, so I did end up removing this one. I had originally put it on here because the Heart Principle was a book of the month pick that I was looking into. But after doing some research on what the series was regarding, I just didn't think that it would be something that I would want to read long term. They Never Learn is another highly anticipated book on my shelf right now, but this Dark Descent of Frankenstein, again, I knew that I had added it from somebody else's recommendation, but it's not something that is in the forefront of my mind as of right now. The Dating Plan as well is a book of the month book that I had previously picked, so I'm seeing where that one goes. But the Marriage Game, I didn't realize the Dating Game was the second in a series, and I removed that one, so I did end up removing Dating Game as well from my list. Not gonna lie, this one again just kind of seems like it's a very generic romance, and I'm looking for a little bit of a different plot twist in some of the books that I'm reading. So I believe that I had removed this one. Yeah, I did. So I removed this one just because I think that I had already read something very similar to that one. This is actually an old Nancy Drew, The Secret of the Old Clock. This was number 1 in the Nancy Drew series. I do want to revisit those because they were some of my favorite books along with The Babysitter's Club when I was younger. So I definitely want to see if my library has that one. The rest of these books are mostly books that I already have on my shelves or have read from them already. City of Girls, I was contemplating removing just because of the sheer size of the novel, but I do already have it on my shelf. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it and hopefully save it for the beginning of next year. But that'll pretty much do it for this video. The rest of the books are ones that I had just added, so they are ones that I will be getting to hopefully by the end of the year this year. So I know that my TBR is still around 159, 160 books, but that is a lot better than what it started out. I did take a couple of books, like I mentioned, off just because I want to read the first in the series before I read multiple, so they may be put back on there. I have added a couple more books that I just recently got from bookstores or from my book outlet haul, things like that. I do like to make sure that my GoodReads is as up to date as possible. So, and then I took some books off that had been on my shelves and I know that I'm just not going to read, and I have either donated or sold those books, so I'm quite happy with that as well. So again, thank you so much for watching. Sorry my voice is kind of going in and out. This is literally the most that I've talked all week. But yeah, if you enjoyed, again, make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you again in my next video. Toodaloo!